What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we're back with another Marvel Snap video. And this has actually been a highly requested video because the Zabu nerfs came out, and I know a lot of you had Darkhawk pinned, or you're wondering if Darkhawk is still good. I actually had quite a few subscribers, even my son, get Darkhawk like right before the Zabu nerfs came out, and a lot of people were like, yo, is Darkhawk still good? All right, so I wanted to discuss a couple different decks and show you some gameplay because I do think Darkhawk is still viable, and if you have a little bit of patience, I'm pretty sure he'll be dropping down to Series 4, maybe at the end of this month. But anyways, I wanted to show you some gameplay with Darkhawk, some of the strategy, and whether or not you should use him to rank up the ladder, all right? But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris. I also go by Bootman, and if you are into the competitive aspect of Marvel Snap, ranking up, if you're planning on entering tournaments, leagues, all that kind of stuff, this is the channel for you. I promise you will become a better player. And we're also trying to hit 7,500 subscribers by the end of the month. We're pretty close. We're like less than 100 away. It's only February 11th, so come on, hit that subscribe button, and we do some cool giveaways. Right now, by the way, quick reminder for everybody in the know, the Shadow King, Build Me a Shadow King deck giveaway, the deadline to enter your deck submissions is tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have a bunch of submissions already. I'm loving seeing the creativity. So make sure you enter to get a chance to win a $20 gift card that you can use for the season pass, for some gold in game, whatever. Take your family out to, you know, some $20 dinner or something like that. But yeah, the entries are tomorrow at 10 a.m. All right, and last thing, follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ because we also do monthly giveaways for the season pass. I pick 3 winners every single month. We just did a giveaway the other day. All right, anyways, let's get started. So, Darkhawk. Yeah, obviously with Zabu, he was just extremely powerful. And this deck that I'm gonna be going over, this was inspired by KM Best. He actually covered this in his video, the one I discussed yesterday where he had that Sarah deck as well. I was running something very similar last season when I ranked up to like rank 125. It was like in my rotation. So before I go over this deck, which kind of utilizes Double Dinosaur as well, the other deck that I've been using, which I was playing for a bit with this morning before switching decks, was this one, which I call Beast Hawk. I love bounce decks, and I also, when I'm playing Darkhawk, I want to shove as many rocks and into the opponent's deck as possible and clog it up with like Black Widow. So this one gets some like bouncing in. I'm not sure on Cosmo. Like I'm so torn. I'm so torn on Cosmo. Like I've been talking about this on Twitter. Like so many people are running Shuri decks to like rank up the ladder. I'm like, are you guys not running into Shang-Chi? So like, no man, I'm not running into Shang-Chi. You just gotta play like Shang-Chi doesn't exist. Yo, the amount of Shang-Chis I've run into this morning alone is mind-blowing. So anyways, I'm still on the fence about Cosmo. Like he's good. He guards your Dino or your Darkhawk or whatever. And anyways, I was using it in this this new deck as well, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I started running She-Hulk just because like I found more value in her than Chavez. And then this new deck, which is basically the old one that KM Best was running, he swapped out Chavez for She-Hulk in this one. His logic was without, you know, Zabu being as powerful, there's not as much need to try to force him out. So he put in She-Hulk as well. So pretty cool. So we have Korg and, you know, Rock Slide to put rocks in the opponent's deck. There is no Black Widow to clog him up. And he actually had White Queen in here, which is good. White Queen is a 4/6, which, you know, gets reduced by Zabu, or if you Quinjet, you know, copy her, she's gonna be, you know, even lower, she's gonna be a 2/6. But again, I love shoving rocks into the opponent's deck, so I toss in Absorbing Man. Like there's locations like Kamartage that pop up, or just things work out and you want to just put more rocks in the opponent's deck, right? There's a lot of very powerful decks out there right now. We're seeing like the discard decks where like Dracula is like taking out an Apocalypse that's been discarded 100 times and stuff like that. So we need to beef him up, all right? But it also has Agent Coulson, who's my boy. Love me some Agent Coulson. He pulls a random 4 and 5 cost card, which is gonna get reduced by Zabu if you have him out there. I've had Onslaught Citadel a couple times this morning too, which has been great for Zabu, great for Quinjet, you know, great for Darkhawk, great for, you know, Double Dinosaur. So what I like about this is there's a few different win conditions, and I've actually ranked up a couple times this morning, bouncing back and forth between this deck and the bounce deck, bouncing back and forth, you get it? So it's been pretty decent. So I want to show you some gameplay in case you're still on the fence. And like I said, if you don't feel like shelling out 6,000 tokens, you can wait a little bit. Darkhawk should be coming down soon because he was released in what, December? So if they're on this like 2-month rotation, Darkhawk should be reducing. Like in my total opinion, I don't think right now with the other cards that are out there, the great Series 4 cards that are out there, even some Series 6 cards that are coming out here, I don't think he's worth 6,000 at this point, but definitely worth 4,000. Even though he does, or I mean 3,000, even though he does, he's like, has a high win rate, especially when Zabu was out, not a lot of people play Darkhawk. Like, I know when you watch streamers, this is the last thing I'll say before we jump into some games, but I know you watch a lot of streamers and they're running into Darkhawks all the time, but I will beat this into your head until the cows come home. They are in a different MMR bracket. They are at a different collection level than like 90% of us who didn't start playing during the beta, okay? So they're going to be running into a lot more Darkhawks than most of us. I, like, not even exaggerating, I've probably run into, just the entire time I've been playing with Darkhawk or since Darkhawk's come out, I've played like thousands of games. Not exaggerating, I've probably run into Darkhawk decks less than a dozen times. And that's no exaggeration, all right? I rarely ever see Darkhawk, all right? Obviously, when I see like Korg and a Rock Slide come out, I'm like, whoa, but it's so rare. So I don't know about all of you. I would love if you left a comment down below. But again, like, I don't know how to word this properly, and I've been thinking about it a lot, but what you're seeing with like some of the top ranked streamers, it's not the same reality as like most of us, all right? So you really need to take that into consideration, especially when you're like thinking of deck builds and stuff like that. That's why I like to test them out, because most of us are sitting around this level, you know what I mean? So just really keep that in mind, all right? But anyways, I'll shut up and let's jump into some games. Well, there's some rocks, but they're not in the right place. It should be in this dude's deck. Yeah, but there's a lot of flexibility with this too. Oh, look, Onslaught Citadel. Look at that. Oh, oh, Quinjet, and we got Onslaught Citadel, and we got a Moon Girl. Oh, some things could get nasty. I've been playing against a lot of destroy decks. A lot of people are running like the Death Wave, you know, with like She-Hulk and stuff. Oh my Lord, and they put it out there for free. Oh, is it my birthday? Oh, is it my birthday? Oh, we'll snap on that. I'm gonna run this, I'm gonna do this and this, just in case I wanna run an Absorbing Man. Like, if nothing else, we're shoving a ton of rocks into this dude's deck. Like, this is 3 rocks right away. And look at this. Look at this. Like, what? What? What's going on? What's going on? Like, if we pull a Darkhawk and a Mystique, like, oh. But here, let's see. I've been running into these death decks, or these destroy decks that also have Shang-Chi in it. Let's see. I'm so worried about Shang-Chi, right? They say like, oh, just play Shang-Chi like Shang-Chi doesn't exist. Yeah, that hasn't been going so hot for me. And they got a 4-power Deadpool going into the last turn. beautiful. Beautiful. That was a clutch mistake. Very clutch mistake. I've been getting so nervous. Like, my ranking, like I mentioned the other day, it's been going up and down and up and down. I've been going up to 80 and all the way back down and all sorts of stuff. I think we're fine. We put Mystique on the right. Yeah, we're good. We Gucci. We're good. We're good. See, like, this is one thing that I love about this. Like, KM Best is the original person I saw who put Dino in this deck, and just the multiple win conditions, it warms my heart oh so much. Oh so much. I love the flexibility. Like, it's just so great. And then, like, even Agent Coulson can pull out a win sometimes. Agent Coulson, in my opinion, one of the most underrated cards. One of the most underrated cards in this game. If any of you followed my journey to Infinite last season, the deck I took to Infinite was my Agent Dino deck, which used Coulson, and just the randomness of it. They never know what to expect. I love it, love it, love it, love it so much. All right, got a Darkhawk and a Dino. Remember I was talking about with those win conditions? Oh, Sinister London too. Oh. Oh. Would be nice to get a playable card, though. See, and I don't want to run Olsen, but what I could do is a Korg into Darkhawk, too. Or Korg into Absorbing Man, rather. I'm running into a lot of Luke Cage decks, too. A lot of Luke Cage decks. I played one earlier, and I just had so much power, they couldn't do anything. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. I might duplicate this vision. Like, look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? Isn't that kind of cool? Ah, one of these guys. One thing that does make me nervous about these decks, though, is that it does not have... See, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How does this work? Will that Mystique copy... If I Sinister London Mystique... This is going to be a crap ton of power, right? They're going to have a crap ton of power, too. Depending on where their stuff goes. We'll see what happens. I'll stay in for another 2 cubes. Like, I'm not fantastic at math, but we'll see what happens, right? Holy crap. This is gonna be hard for them to beat. This is gonna be hard. Again, I'm not great at math, but we did it. Okay. No, did they win it? There we go, baby. There we go. It's nice. It's nice. And that's the thing, too. Mystique has 2 different people to copy, too. Like, fantastic. Mwah, that's the chef's kiss right there, baby. Ooh, Sanctum, not great for this deck. All right, but we got Zabu, we got Moon Girl. We might be able to pull this off. Might be able to pull this off. Oh man. Man, the locations have been doing me something dirty lately. All right, what'd you take? What did you grab right there? So we could Moon Girl and then turn 5 Dino. Holy Lord. Are you guys looking at these freaking... Oh my Lord. Oh, nice. Nice. Nice, Rockets. I dig it. Olsen, what you got for me? Oh. Oh. Yeah, we're down by 1. They're down. Let's see if they have a dino. If they have a dino, we gotta retreat. Oh. I'm wondering if we'll win a tiebreaker. Let's see, he pulled something crazy with his Coulson. Like, what could he pull? What could he pull that would fly? I guess Captain Marvel, 5 cost? He knows I have 2 dinos. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. No. In those ranks, baby. And you guys, like, I was thinking about saying this in between matches, but I'm very reluctant to snap. Like when I'm losing, like I start getting very conservative. But like right here, I started this morning at rank 70. I was bouncing. I was like 74, 75 all morning long, and I was like, you know what? People wanted me to try this deck, and I started doing it, and now I'm back up to 77. So once I get in a groove, I'll start snapping more. But like when I start losing it, it's almost like, I hate to say gambling, right? But like, say you're in a poker tournament, right? You start losing, like you gotta start playing a little bit more conservatively to stay in the tournament or whatever. So that's kind of how my strategy is with Marvel Snap, you know? And the reason it's top of mind, like I had a comment or something like that, was it on Twitter or YouTube, one of the two. And someone was like, oh, you know, you need to snap more aggressively and stuff like that. And it's like, nah, like if you're losing, like what happens is, especially if you consider like your mindset and psychology, like, hey, some of you might have a better like headspace than some of us, but if you stay on that aggressive snapping while you're losing, like you're eventually gonna tilt and just start making really bad decisions. So what I like to do is rebuild that kind of like confidence and snowball in the opposite direction so I feel more confident and I don't put myself in a weird situation where I'm making dumb snapping decisions. You know what I mean? And like I've said a million times, like, what's your rush? What's your rush? We're like in the first week of the season. Like, what's the rush? Like, if it was like the last 3 or 4 days of the season, I was sitting in this position, I'd absolutely agree. But what's the rush? You know what I mean? All right, let's do one more. Oh, you ever have those days when you're just like, is this a hot location or something? Is it hot? Is it hot in here? You know? Ooh. I need a Moon Girl. That's what I need. What I could do is Zabu into Rock Slide, and then I can Absorbing Man that. Because we put Absorbing Man in the deck. And then if we get a Moon Girl, I'll snap it. If we get a Moon Girl or a Mystique, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rocks in their deck. Because we have to play like Shang-Chi doesn't exist. Oh, look. Oh. Ooh, that's going to get nasty. That could get nasty. Wait. What? Oh. Oh, it hit my freaking Absorbing Man. I was like, what is happening? Why is Absorbing Man not reduced? Oh, dang. A lot of Mr. Negative decks. So, yeah, now I'm worried about snapping. But he cannot Mystique that Iron Man. Is this Shuri? Could be Shuri. And then what we'd have to do is, I don't even know. Yeah, because if he drops Shuri on Wong, we might be in a lot of trouble. Because I don't think we'd win a tiebreaker. Just don't snap before you drop this card. Please, Grand Coffee. Oh. Oh, wait. I don't know if that's great for him, though. Oh, okay, that might be great for him. So what is this at? 30? 42? You guys think we lost? Man, we had such a good hand, but them's the breaks. Fortunately, this guy didn't snap though. Like, jeez. But yeah, there's that randomness there. Let's do one more. Let's do one more because that hand. Oh man, like almost against anything else aside from a freaking Iron Man coming out, like would have been good. Because what would that be? 2, 6 plus 21. That'd be 27. We'd have another 16 here. So 27. We'd have 16 here. So we'd have 30. No, 22. No, we might have still lost. Might have still lost. Definitely could have still lost. But yeah, the other thing that's tough too, speaking of snapping, is when you are on that losing streak and people be first turn snapping and you're just like, and you don't have the ideal hand. I've just been taken off. Taken off, here's one cube, here's one cube, here's one cube. You know, get an 8 cuber back at some point, all that kind of stuff. Interesting. Hmm. Been running into a lot of Galactus decks too, like, thought I was the one who bought Galactus. Did I say Galactus? I meant to say I've been running into a crap ton of leeches lately. That's what I meant to say. I still have a Darkhawk in my deck. So this usually they've been running like an arrow too. So I'm wondering where he would arrow me, but he could also arrow me at the last turn. What could he have? He's not destroy. Lost it. I definitely, you know what I should have done? I should have skipped turns. I had 2 She-Hulks. Well, I still do have 2 She-Hulks, but I would have had the energy to do one more move or like 1 or 2 more cards too, right? Because yeah, she would have been reduced down to 1, 1, 2, and then I could have done all sorts of silly stuff. So I'm gonna have 14 in the middle, unless he drops something there, right? We're gonna wing it. Might not be enough. That's gonna be down to 4. No, we lost. Dang, dang, dang. Well, Leech has been running everywhere. I don't know about you guys, but Leech has been everywhere for me, just absolutely everywhere. But anyways, yeah, to wrap things up, deck still very viable. Still very viable. You saw like this deck can still work. Like worst, like you can still have 2 dinosaurs. I've had games where I'm like a Darkhawk over here, a dino over there, just like so much flexibility and versatility with this deck. I do not know why. Like I've been thinking about it, and you might be dealing with this too. I've gotten into this weird mindset, especially if you're somebody who does own Darkhawk. I've gotten into this weird like mental block where I'm like, okay, Zabu got nerfed, like Darkhawk, you know, I'm just not even gonna mess around with it. Like we gotta find some other decks. And I've had a significant amount of success today. I don't wanna say like the most success because I've had to rotate decks. This has been a really interesting week. Like I've been playing Marvel Snap since the Miles Morales season. I came like halfway through that. This week alone has just been very interesting with the updates and just seeing people like trying a bunch of different stuff. But I guess that's what makes it like more fun too, you know, is you're not sure what's coming and you gotta like keep moving stuff around. There are still the very popular ones. I will say this, you know, aside from yes, this is still very viable. I might wait for Darkhawk to drop down to 3,000. The last thing I will say is just a reminder, watch as many, like if you care about ranking and stuff like that, watch as many streamers and YouTubers as you can. Just a primary example is like TLSG, Mega Mogwai, KM Best, Dara JN, all this other stuff. Since I've been looking and trying to find other decks and just familiarizing myself with the content they're putting out, I've been able to catch so many people running stuff. A prime example, Mega Mogwai just put out a video on this new like Galactus deck where he's trying to do a turn 6 Galactus, which is like super interesting, looks super fun, but the pattern is very recognizable. And if you did not watch his video, you would not know what's going on. You know what I mean? You would think it's like a destroy deck or something like that. So, because it's not ramping up. So it's really hard to tell Galactus there. But just a reminder, go watch as many people as possible. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. Are you getting Darkhawk? Do you have Darkhawk? Have you been using Zabu? What decks are working for you? All right, but yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Don't forget, Shadow King, Build Me a Deck giveaway ends tomorrow. Well, the submissions end tomorrow. Then I'm gonna filter through, find the 3 most promising decks. All right, then we'll test them out, see what's popping with those. Okay, so subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ, because we also do monthly giveaways for the season pass, but you gotta follow me on Twitter. All right, and join our Discord service down below. We have a bunch of cool people in there. All right, so yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day, and yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow with another video. Peace.